Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. Want to bring you guys a little Litecoin update. I know I had some people in the comments in the past couple videos, people are asking about Litecoin and wanted to get this to you guys. So if you could subscribe, if you like doing all this, guys, if you like me coming on here and doing these daily videos, just please give me that thumbs up and hit that notification bell, all that type of stuff. So guys, another question I had for you. I've been reading a lot of comments and a lot of people really have been trading. I'm proud of them, especially Kim. Shout out to you. We don't have many women traders here, and she's been killing it. She's been telling me about some of her plays where she's been selling up high and then buying them back low and rinse and repeat, and that's how you do it, guys. So I'm proud of all you guys who've really been working hard and writing comments and all that, but please leave it down low what you guys are doing. Have you guys been trading a little bit, or are you still just holding? Let me know what you guys are doing. Have you been learning anything from the tutorials and different stuff that I've been putting out, or have you been learning stuff on your own? So I'd love to hear that, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to just dig in quick to Litecoin here, guys. This isn't going to be too long. I don't want to keep you guys too long. But what we're going to start looking at first here. So our RSI, which is very important, we're on the daily chart here. We're still having higher lows. Do you see how these haven't broken yet? So guys, that's a good sign. We want to see that, but we will also want to see if we get a bounce off this line and if we're going to go back up. Up and see if we can get over this 64. That's going to be where our resistance is in terms of making a higher high, which is going to be very important here. So we're paying attention to the RSI. So far, everything's looking good on the RSI, guys. You see, here's our high, higher high, higher high. So that's good. We've been keeping our higher lows. We haven't broke, but we have to pay really close attention to this line, guys, because if we do start breaking down there, remember how powerful those trend line breaks are, even on the RSI. They're very important, so we got to keep our eye on that if we're going to get support off this and we're going to bounce with good volume, or if we're going to just roll over and go down to the downside to where we could fall down to this RSI level around 25, guys, and things could get ugly. So I'm going to just, and as we go through these things, guys, I'm going to pull them off the chart so we don't have too much stuff, cluttering everything up. So our RSI, guys, higher highs, higher lows, we got to pay attention to the trend line, see if it breaks. So we're going to get rid of the RSI now. So today so far we haven't had the best volume coming in. I wish we would have a little bit more, especially because after this downfall, guys, we have this nice bullish, basically bullish engulfing candle here that we had, and that's a sign there that we would have got pushed to the upside. But we've been battling here with this green moving average, which is our 20 EMA here, which is very powerful. We haven't been able to get through it. Do you see how we've wicked up to it 3 times here? And then today it's looking like we're getting rejected again, but we're getting a little bit of support here from the 50 moving average, which is in yellow. So the main keys for today, guys, number one, I want to be able to hold that 50 in yellow there. I want to close up above that today. We really need to close above that, not below it. So that's a big deal. If we're really getting lucky then and some good volume comes in, it'd be great to close up above the 20 moving average here, because if we closed above the 20 moving average, most likely, guys, we can make another run up here to that 40 and see if we can break up above it where we got rejected. See all those wicks? That's the bears pushing the bulls back down, being rejected. All right, so that's what we're looking at with the moving averages here, guys. All right, so 20's overhead, 50 we want to have as support, right? So we're going to get those off the screen now as well, real quick. Just to really go through each thing, guys, I want to cover the moving average, RSI, trend lines, different stuff like that for you. So the next one here, do you see this trend line that we had? And do you see when we broke it, guys? And let me move this up a little bit. It got moved just a hair, so somewhere about right in there. And you can see when this trend line was broke, it was broken on good volume too. Do you see that volume? Then we came back down. It almost looks like we're kind of making an attempt to go back up and touch it again. Sometimes you'll go back up and touch it, get pushed back down for another lower low, or sometimes you get back up inside of this trend line and you start moving back up again. So that's another thing we're going to have to pay close attention to. It was a trend line break, guys, all right? So that's on the bearish side that we did break that. And this is where you kind of just go through, RSI is a little bullish right now, and then you go to the moving averages and different things like that, and you can put bullish, bearish, and then kind of put all the indicators together and see, do I have more bullish opportunities? Do I have more bearish opportunities? Is this a time I should sit back? Should I just sit in cash? Should I just watch the market? Different things like that, guys. So just really study these things and pay close attention to them. It's really important. Guys, here was another trend line that we had. We had a break. We talked about those breaks, guys, to the upside, so we'll get rid of that. And then our support, we're going to talk about support and resistance next. So overall support that must hold, guys, is around that $23 right down here when that nice volume started to get put back in and we started to change the trend. And the guys who can identify the trend change the fastest, those are the ones who are making some good money, guys. So that's why the studying and all that's so important. But that's what we need to keep down here, support. Next area here we would look at is around 28.62 is going to be an area that we definitely would want to hold. Where we're at now is another big area. right in here where we did have that bullish engulfing candle. So this is a powerful spot, and that's around 30, and that's also 30 psychological, which is going to be very important, guys. But if we're able to get up and over that, we have this area to deal with. And this is where, guys, we went through. It was a false break, but it came on volume. So a lot of people said, oh, man, this is really going to break out. We're going to go up and we're going to test up here. But it was that false breakout. And what happened, guys, we didn't even come back down and test this neckline as support. We fell right through it. So that's a bearish sign that we want to pay attention to. But that neckline was really important. We would have liked to see this and then a bounce up, get over top of these guys. Then we would have been running up to around that $52 range. But that didn't happen. So we got to pay attention, though. But we have been having these higher lows, which is good. Hey, guys, so we're just going to keep moving up here. So this was our neckline, and that was around $35. So that's another crucial area we want to pay attention to. Then, guys, where we made it to, I just went off the closes here as opposed to the wicks. That's $40. Another area of resistance. And then a huge area of resistance, guys. This is where probably the bears will be stalking. If we get up to this area right here, you're going to have your 200 moving average coming down, which is basically the long-term investing moving average, guys. If we were to close up above that, especially with Bitcoin, that could start the next bull market. So that's a really big deal that we close up above that at some point. But I just don't see us doing it yet. I really don't see us doing it yet. This is going to be a very, very powerful area of overhead resistance. You have all these clusters over here, guys, as well, and you also have that big moving average coming down on you. But we'll have to see. Anything can happen in this space. You know, look how big this fall was, guys. And we only had a little tiny reaction there, in all honesty. And then one more thing I wanted to do with you is also just look at the Fibonacci's quick while we have everything off, and that's why we just went back through the charts, guys. That's basically how I do it when I'm by myself. We work through and say, okay, what are the moving averages, the RSI, the MACD, the candles? What's all this looking like? Do I have more bullish indicators, more bearish? All right, guys, so we're going to take it from this way first, and let's go off the, we'll go off the wick here, guys, all the way down at the bottom. So typically, guys, we've been having reactions that come down and we've made it to the 0.618. So that's going to be another area here that you can see that's going to be overhead resistance. A lot of times we haven't been able to close over that. Just like when you reverse it, the 0.618 when you're going long could be that good area where a lot of people are buying and that you can maybe get pushed up. So that's what we dealt with there exactly at the 50. We got rejected. And then we're back down now around that 0.236, and we don't want to lose that. That's a key area. It's hard to get back up above it. So when we did actually break through it, see, we came back down. We had our bullish engulfing candle, and then we got pushed back up. It's a hard thing to get over. And then we're going to do the Fibonacci the other way as well here, guys. Let's see what this looks like. All right. So do you see we got pushed down to this 0.618? So let's see if we get a move off this, guys. It needs to come on volume, though. We have our bullish engulfing candle. That was closed. And yesterday's candle was just an ugly one, though, guys. We're just kind of moving sideways here, and I don't like this candle either here. That's forming. We're going to have to see how it forms. I mean, it could form in anything. A spinning top. It could end up as a gravestone doji. It could turn into anything, guys. So, you know, you have to really wait for that close. You just can't look at it right now. Like, it almost has that inverted hammer look. The wicks, maybe not 2 times as long as what the body is right now, but we'll have to see what happens with that. But, you know, guys, we definitely could get a little bounce off this as well. Everything just depends on Bitcoin, and that's what's so difficult to deal with because, you know, you see fundamental news for Litecoin or it's getting adopted by the UFC and all that, and being in the bear market and being tied to Bitcoin, you know, great things can happen, and the price isn't going to do a ton. If we were in a bull market, it'd be different. But that's the name of the game, guys, and we have to realize that. But I wanted to bring this to you. You guys let me know what you think, what you've been doing. Have you guys been studying? Do you like the tutorials I've been doing? I really just want to be able to be here for you. You know, I try to get back to the comments the best I can. And also, guys, if I don't get back to the comments on a video or something, it's not that I don't like somebody or anything like that. It's just I couldn't get to it. I got a lot of stuff going on in my life here, and I really try my best for you. But, you know, YouTube is not #1 for me in my life, so I got to be there for my family and everything else like that. And, you know, I got to get that stuff. But I still want to work as hard as I can for you guys and get as many videos out as I can. But, you know, if I miss some comments, I apologize. It's not out of not wanting to get back to you guys or anything like that. So Take care, my friends. Let me know what you're doing. And we're at 31.81 right now, and we're up 0.55%. God bless each and every one of you.